What's going on, family? It's your brother Robert here for another daily devotional. So today we're going to be coming from Romans chapter 8, looking at verses 35 to 37 from the topic not separated. Again, the topic is not separated. Romans chapter 8, verses 35 to 37 in the New Living Translation, which reads like this. Can anything ever separate us from Christ's love? Does it mean he no longer loves us if we have trouble or calamity or are persecuted or hungry or destitute or in danger or threatened with death? As the scriptures say, for your sake we are killed every day. We are being slaughtered like sheep. No. Despite all these things, overwhelming victory is ours through Christ who loved us. Overwhelming victory is ours through Christ who loved us. In Romans chapter 8, the Apostle Paul is asking a rhetorical question to his audience, the Roman church. And the question is simply, can anything separate us from Christ's love? Christ has given us so many wonderful blessings and so many wonderful things as a result of believing in him. Is there anything in this world, either here or in the spiritual realm, that can separate us from his love? And he responds to this with a resounding no. But he sets this up kind of interestingly by saying, what about if bad things happen to us? What about if things happen to us in our lives? What if we are hungry or destitute? Or what if we're threatened or even face death? Are those any indicators that Christ no longer loves us? It makes me think about some Old Testament characters that experience some difficult times. It makes me think about a man named Jacob and how Jacob was tricked and manipulated by his father-in-law Laban. Was he out of God's love? Or maybe even Joseph, as he was put in a pit, thrown in prison, and then thrown in and also had to work at Potiphar's house as a slave. Was he outside of God's love or outside of God's will? Or what about even Noah? Noah, who had to run out of Egypt because he had killed an Egyptian. Each one of these men fulfilled God's purposes. Jacob became the nation of Israel. Joseph saved his people. And Noah delivered the people from Egypt. All in the midst of God's will. All in the midst of trials, tribulations, and difficult circumstances. So I believe, just like Paul says here in this letter to the Romans, that nothing can separate us from his love. And that even in the midst of difficult and troubling and almost impossible tasks that may be set before us, we can be assured of this. Christ loves you. He loved you so much that he died on the cross for you. Nothing can separate his love that he has, not even difficult or troubling. So I want you to remember that today. Hold on to that tightly. Never let it go. That God and Jesus love you. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for your love. That even though we may go through tough, difficult, worrisome, and almost impossible opportunities and tasks in life, that you still love us. You still have promises to fulfill in our lives. And you still desire for us to be your children and for us to walk with you in Christ. Help us to never forget that. And help us to lean on the fact that your love never ends. We love you, Lord. And we thank you for all the wonderful and great things that you bestowed upon us. So come back for more daily devotionals. I got one more in Romans chapter